So Twitter's at it again, trying to take people out for some really stupid reasons. Hugh Jackman is now currently in the crosshairs. I don't know why. His thoughts on the matter at hand right now aren't really that crazy, which is why I don't understand why he's got such a big target on him. But apparently he does. People are after him, among others. I went over these yesterday. So we had the creator of Batman White Knight getting a little bit of trouble. This is what he shared right here. A pretty straightforward message. I really don't think there's anything wrong with what he says right here. And then also the other day you had Evan Peters, the guy who plays Quicksilver, at least in the Marvel Fox X-Men movies, not the Avengers Marvel Quicksilver. There's two of them. It's some weird loophole where they could both use Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, though the X-Men movies, as far as I know, never used Scarlet Witch. Unless they used her and they didn't say her by name, I don't know. But both of them used Quicksilver. So this is the Quicksilver X-Men Fox version. It's kind of a mouthful. All he did was retweet a looter getting tackled, and everyone lost their mind because, apparently not liking people stealing stuff is now considered racist or something. I don't quite get it. Hugh Jackman tweeted out this. It says, solidarity. Zit. I don't see what's wrong here. Isn't this what we would want? But apparently this is a hot take. This is bad. You shouldn't be doing this. And, of course, now it's time to cancel Hugh. We got to get him out of here. He's an evil, bad man. Get that guy out. It's time to cancel Wolverine. So I don't quite understand it. What's wrong with this? Okay, to me, this is a positive picture. All right? This is both sides coming together. Like, look, let's have some solidarity. Great. But apparently this is a major problem. And a lot of people chimed in. Got X Factor competitor Jack Remington, one half of the English duo Jack and Joel, described Jackman as a ratty rat. I don't know why this makes him a ratty rat. Really think this is a positive picture, but maybe that's because I'm not looking at it through the insane eyes of a woke Twitter user. That could be what it is. I don't know. Now, one thing I could do to maybe get the same vision that a lot of people do is bang my head hard against the wall multiple times, get several concussions, maybe also pour some kind of like harsh liquid into my eyes so that they burn, and then maybe I'll see the same things that people who sit on Twitter all day see. I don't know. It could be something that would work. Maybe I'll give that a shot, and then I'll go look at the picture again. That might be what I need to do. So then we have Tom Taylor, one of the wokest, worst comic book writers on the planet. Tom Taylor, let me tell you about Tom Taylor. Lives in Australia, okay, and he's obsessed with the Orange Man. Obsessed with the Orange Man. He's crazy. He's wrote some of the most trashiest of trash comic books I've ever read. Notably, X-Men Red. That is probably, if I were to have a contender for worst comic book run, I would definitely put Tom Taylor up there for his X-Men Red series. He also wrote All New Wolverine, which was about X-23 becoming the true female Logan Wolverine. That was a big hit with some of the people that don't buy comics and just like tweets. Maybe those tweets can be changed to dollars. I don't know. But Tom Taylor is definitely one of the reasons that the comic book industry is in the toilet. And he says, Hugh, mate, and shows things that he can do to help on a positive picture, okay? And then we have some more. Lindsay Ellis doing this famous gif. Cody Johnston saying, propaganda. Scott, it's propaganda, Hugh. Copaganda. It's pretty much all these people are saying over and over again. And then they start blasting his friendships. They say, aren't you friends with Rupert Murdoch? Murdoch, if you don't know who that is, he did own Fox. He just owns the news corporation of it now. I think he owned the whole thing before. Interesting note on him as well is he's an Australian, which is one of the reasons that they're probably friends, being that he was in a lot of Fox movies. And, so they're in that kind of business together, and he's from Australia. So, of course, they naturally probably became friends over there. But he previously owned 20th Century Fox. Okay. So, is it really that big of a deal, crazy, that they're cool, considering they work did work and in the entertainment industry together, and they're both from Australia. Apparently, it's a big deal. You're not allowed to be friends. But of course, what's the real problem with Rupert? Well, he's, as far as I know, conservative. So because of that, he's a pile of garbage. These people, if they could have their way, would line up all of these people against the wall and take them all out one by one, because that's really what the super far woke left would love to do to those people. They really would. And look at her name right there. This tells you right there she considers every single person that leans to the right a old historical World War II group. Because that's what that is. Anybody that doesn't agree with them is that old historical World War II group. Make no mistake about it. That's how they see all of them. And they would most certainly leave you in a ditch if they could. I promise you. They're the worst kind of scum. The worst. So many cheered the actress on and encouraged the cancel culture behavior she was engaging in. Yeah, drag him. Get him, Matilda. Get him, Miss Maria. Because she said, aren't you friends with Rupert Murdoch? And then, of course, get some pictures of him with Ivanka Trump and her husband. That, of course, also makes Hugh Jackman a pile of trash in their eyes. Says, yes, friends with the Trumps, but avoid saying things to them that might make them uncomfortable. And so on and so on. Here's another one with him. I'm impressed someone with no spine can sit up to tweet that. Isn't Wolverine friends with Ivanka? More like Professor Harold, hell no. Now, there were a couple of good posts here. This one was pretty good. I'm really shocked by some of the posts that people have put on here. Not everyone is the same, and obviously people who are not humanitarian want to carry on creating hate no matter what. Positivity and helpful posts like Hugh's is support, not negativity. And I agree. I really don't understand the issue with this picture. I don't get it. But like I said, I don't see things through the eyes of a woke Twitter madman. So like I said, maybe banging my head a bunch of times against the wall, maybe that would give me the same perspective. I'm not sure. He did go on to make another post that was a little bit more lengthy. You can pause the screen and read the statement right here if you want to. And it had this picture of two people holding hands in solidarity. Like I said, this one, I also don't really see anything wrong with this one either. This one's showing a little bit more support for Mr. Floyd and so on and other things and conversations that can be had and so on and so on. But the problem here, well, that was over on Twitter on Instagram, number one. So that's a little bit different. I don't really know how Instagram really works because I'm not on Instagram. I've never used it. I tried not to use too much social media because I think social media is a terrible, terrible thing to be on. All it does is ruin civilization. I think it's made our society worse in a lot of ways, if you want my honest opinion. Twitter especially, I think has really, really damaged culture. And I don't know if it can ever be repaired because, I mean, it's just changed so much. I look at the METOO movement where we just believe everybody. Don't give everybody any due process. That alone just destroys people's lives. It's done nothing but destroy people. And this is another really good example of that. Look how they're just destroying him just because he tweeted this picture out. And because he posted the response over on Instagram, I don't know if that's even going to get out there and they're just going to keep going after him. It's disgusting. To me, this is a positive picture. I think this is a good message. I really don't see the problem here. But now, because he posted this, we're gonna call him a rat. We're gonna bring up the fact that he's friends with Murdoch and that he has some picture with Ivanka. Who cares? Is it really that big of a deal? But apparently it is. So they'll keep running him down and running him down and running him down. Like I said, I saw another good message by Sean Gordon Murphy right here. This was a really good one. And then Evan Peters posts somebody getting arrested that was looting a building. Is it really that big of a deal? But people seem to take problems with it. I don't know why. It's stupid. There's nothing good about looting. Peaceful protesting, that's a good thing. That's something I think everyone agrees with. And it's your right to do that. But it's nobody's right to go smash things up. And I think posts like this are good. But, like I said, what do I know? I don't see the same things that a lot of these crazy Twitter users that tweet hundreds of times a day see. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know your thought on this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, share the video. throw a like up. Make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.